The Sheep Detectives is a 2026 comedy murder mystery directed by Balda and stars Hugh Jackman, Nicholas Braun, Chau, Emma Thompson, and features voice work from Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Bryan Cranston, Chris O'Dowd, and a bunch of others. Just ensemble cast for sure. The plot follows a herd of sheep assisting the police and locals to get to the bottom of who murdered their shepherd, George. It's an incredibly charming, cozy whodunit, and I can't believe a movie, largely based on CGI sheep, worked so well for me. And I'm here to do my best, I think, to explain why that may be. So George, played by Hugh Jackman, seems to live a fairly happy, peaceful life. And how could you not be happy when your day consists of, taking care of the best animals on the planet, as George says, sheep, of course, and he gives them just the best life possible. One of their favorite things to do every night is story time, where, every night he reads murder mysteries to them, and they just love it. I think I'm actually going to start doing that with my dogs. It looks fun. Yeah, I'm not kidding. He assumes that they don't understand what he's saying, of course, but they do. And, man, George is such a heartwarming character. Animal activist, just all around good guy. He just keeps to himself and hangs out with his sheep, and he doesn't sell them or profit from them in any way. Essentially, they're his kids. And man, I've always thought that Hugh Jackman was, solid in his own right, solid, hardworking, professional. And even though he's an A-lister, generally doing A-lister type movies that aren't usually my type of thing, I always think that he's good at what he does. And he's good here too. It's also cool to hear him speak in his native Australian accent, because I don't know if I've ever heard it other than like in interviews. He seems like a pretty happy guy, I'd say. Maybe a little bit lonely, since he, pretty much keeps to himself. But he's got his sheep, and they all make each other happy. But one evening, when another local shepherd goes to stop by and talk to him, only to find him mysteriously murdered. Why would someone do something like that to such a kind-hearted dude? The little English village of Denbrook only has one police officer named Tim, so he's got his work cut out for him. And he initially declares it a heart attack because he's never investigated a murder and he can't really actually imagine one happening there. It's like he pretty much just refuses to believe it. And right from then, the movie instantly becomes this whodunit, very, very cozy murder mystery with CGI sheep. And I get that sounds really dumb, and I assume that it would be. But it isn't, and it actually works really, really well, in my opinion. Especially if you love animals, as you should. And I feel like the way that they made the sheep work was by doing exactly the opposite of like what most studios would do, your Disneys and whoever. Because to start, you would need really, really good animation. You don't want them to look like cartoons, or you don't want them to look like something from, a PS2 game. And of course, you would also need a good script that is well written, and voice actors, that can deliver that properly. And I'm happy to say that literally all of these things here are done right. Also, I did forget to mention that this is an adaptation of the 2005 novel Three Bags Full by Leonie Swan. So I suppose a lot of the legwork was kind of already done. I don't know what kind of animation was used here, and I clearly don't see all that well, but I thought they looked fantastic. Every single one of them looked different. They all have names, man. They all have individual personalities. And I think all of us will have like our own favorite. Or we can be like George and just love them all equally. So I'm giving the Sheep Detectives 3.5 out of 4 stars. This movie just came out of nowhere for me. I can't believe how good it actually is. And, I really can't say enough good things. Aside from the great script, the story itself is actually really, really smart. If you like murder mysteries, I think you'll just have a really fun time with this and just unpacking this story, trying to solve the mystery yourself. It's got twists and turns that are absolutely not predictable. You're also going to laugh. You might cry a little, and you'll definitely leave with a newfound appreciation for sheep. Cheers, guys, and I'll see you at the multiplex. Subscribe right now, please.